if you're willing to do some like that, bro, comedy might be back. So I'm like down with that. And I hope that this is a good movie in a big way, because we need some comedy, man. Like some decent movie, raunchy, just throw it all away comedy. Who cares? I'm ready for that.
You didn't see much on CinemaCon, so I cherry picked some movies, and
okay.
I'll just briefly go over what was said at the panels, and then just give me like what you thought of it, what you think of it.
Okay.
So, Predator Badlands comes out November 7th in theaters.
Is that's a movie, right?
That's a movie, correct?
Feature film. Because did I hear something about an animated series coming out?
I think it's an animated movie. It's kind of like not much is known about it, but it should come out before Badlands, and it's, I think, 3 Predators across 3 different time periods, like a pirate one, a samurai one, or something. Not a whole lot is known about that, but it does sound interesting.
Pirate one and a samurai one, huh?
Yeah, I don't know much about that, but with Predator Badlands, here a little bit of news came out about it from this. So it's like directed by Dan Trachtenberg, who made Prey. This installment is set in a futuristic alien wasteland and uniquely positions the Predator as the protagonist. The narrative follows a cast Predator who allies with a human named Thea, portrayed by Elle Fanning, to confront a formidable adversary. Additionally, the story explores the intricate bond between the 2 sisters, Thea and Tessa, whose relationship is tested as they pursued divergent paths. So, basically, it takes place on an alien world. The Predator is the protagonist, and it's teaming up with Elle Fanning, who has a twin sister. And they say it's not as straightforward as it sounds. There's some twists and turns in it. What do you think of this?
I'm gonna be an asshole right now, but the first thing that came to my mind was, is the Predator gonna be a folk singer and Elle Fanning's gonna dog on all this shit? You never, because I hated her in a complete. My mind went to comedy, but no, honestly, I think it's fine. I don't like, as long as the Predator don't be like, Predator's still got to kind of be like, you know. I don't want a grown-up T-800 that became a dad like we got in that one fucking, you know, or whatever Terminator movie. I don't need a relatable Predator. I still want him to be like a, you know, want some candy? Talk to me in like voice clips and shit kind of stuff, you know?
Mm-hmm. Want some candy? Candy? Want some candy?
My first, just from hearing the name, I almost thought this was going to be like, I'm still waiting for a Western Predator, man. Like I want a fucking Western Predator. And I thought with that name, Badlands, that would be, oh damn, maybe. And it was like, no, alien world. Okay. Which I think that's okay. And a Predator protagonist might be all right. But so who are the bad guys in this other Predator? Like, is he being hunted by like the people that kicked him out or what? Do we know?
I have no idea, because they didn't really say. I mean, maybe there's a betrayal with his human ally, you know? That's what I was thinking of, like, twists and turns in it. Like, why is there, you know, it aligns itself with a human character, and a human character has a twin. So that's got to have something to do with the story, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you got to like try something different with, you know, the Predator. You can't just keep doing the same thing over and over. And you know, it might not work. Okay, but at least you tried. But Dan Trachtenberg, he did a great job with Prey. So if he wants to make the Predator a protagonist, if he has an idea for that, I think it should work. Yeah, it just seemed like online reactions were kind of mixed, but you know, some skepticism with not using the traditional formula. Yeah, but I think it has potential, especially like a lot of those Dark Horse comics with the Predator. The Predator was the good guy in those, so I mean, it's doable. You know, they try to do it with Alien versus Predator, but I don't think.
Well, the movie around like Alien versus Predator, but let's have humans in it, and they're not getting butchered like that. That's where y'all fucked up, like that, in my opinion. But no, I don't know. Like if it's the same guy direct, now who wrote it? Is it the same writer as Prey, or do we know completely different script?
Let me see. Story by Dan Trachtenberg. So, yeah. Okay. Couple other ones. Here's some Spider-Man news. I know you love Spider-Man.
I honestly don't hate Spider-Man.
Yeah, well, that Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse, the one that came out across the Spider-Verse, ended on like a cliffhanger. So people have been waiting for this Beyond the Spider-Verse. I think Across the Spider-Verse came out in 2023, and this was supposed to come out, I think, this year. But now it's like June 4, 2027. And it says the third installment of Spider-Verse continues with the adventures of Miles Morales. They said they're just like taking their time to perfect the film, which there was a big controversy about this anyway with the directors who are like known for like great movies. Like they did that Lego movie that turned out to be fantastic and everything. But I think there's some controversy about them they keep changing their minds, and it's like overworking like the animators, because they'll come out with the storyboard, and then they'll render it, and then they change their mind. So all that work they put into rendering that animation, they have to just throw away and start over. And I think, yeah, there was a big backlash that came out against them for that. I think they have like a high turnover rate for the animators because of that. So, but I mean, just the Spider-Verse movies in general are some of the best animated movies out because they're just so unique, and you can tell like the detail they put into the animation. Just like, it's wild what they did with that last one. What they had the Spider-Punk. And it just like looked like actual punk shit, and he would just be like animated like this with like fucking newspapers and shit all over the place. Yeah, I mean, that's not coming out for a while. And then there's the new Spider-Man Brand New Day. You saw the logo to that. And I mean, I
was wondering why it wasn't called Brand New Home or Home Day or something like home. Where's my home?
Apparently this is the start of a new trilogy, so every title might just be Day now, or it might be like Day, Night, Dawn, or something like that. But yeah, it's supposed to take place.
Day.
So yeah, you have.
That's gonna be the second one. Shitty Day.
I think like they're originally gonna make this like a street level sort of Spider-Man, kind of like what Daredevil is now. But I think they kind of changed their mind with that because they have like the Avengers Doomsday's coming out, and then Secret Wars. So like what I think is going to happen is like you have the multiverse, and in the comic book they all converge to this one planet where Doctor Doom, he like rules as king, like God Emperor Doom, and that battle world is just like a convergence of all the multiverses. So you'll have like the Fox X-Men fighting the Marvel Avengers, you know, and that the new Spider-Man movie is going to take place on Battleworld, apparently. So I guess we'll see.
Who are they thinking that Spider-Man is the one that Sadie Sink is cast in, right?
Yeah, and it's like,
and they're saying she might be the X-Men version of Jean Grey.
Yeah, there's a lot of speculation on that. It's like it
can't be Mary Jane Watson, right? Because that's who fucking Zendaya is, right?
Well, she's MJ, but she's not Mary Jane.
Oh, yeah, okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah, it's a different take on MJ. But it's funny because they cast another, like, actress who's perfect for Mary Jane, like they did with Bryce Dallas Howard, but she played Gwen Stacy. And then they have, like, the perfect actress to play Mary Jane again, and then they just don't cast her as Mary Jane. That'd be fucking hilarious. Honestly. Mortal Kombat
I did like the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies, though, so I think this will be all right. It's always weird seeing like I always forget what the guy's name is, but the guy that plays like his best friend, like in the movie, he's got like a full head of hair and he's so youthful, but then like when you see him out in public, he like looks 40 years old and he doesn't have any hair, and which I like that actor. What the hell else did it? He was in that last movie we just watched, the Kyle Mooney movie. He was in that.
That's a different actor.
Oh god damn it, that's right, that wasn't him. Fuck. I hate that. Now I'm gonna seem racist.
No, you seem fattest.
Damn, I see it.
Fattest.
Yeah, fattest. I get. Yeah, shit. Anyways, but yeah, I think that'll be all right. But what was the other movies?
Yeah, Mortal Kombat. It comes out October 24th. Directed by Simon McCoy with a screenplay by Jeremy Slater. The sequel brings back key cast members and introduces new characters, including Carl Urban as Johnny Cage. So everyone seems pretty eager to see Carl Urban's Johnny Cage. He kind of seems like an older actor who's kind of like a little bit washed up and just
struggling with like not being in the limelight anymore. That's exactly what I want. I want a jaded Johnny Cage.
Mm-hmm. Especially since they have that Cole Young, which he was the bad guy in that last season of Cobra Kai that Johnny fought.
Yeah, I remember. I remember seeing him.
Yeah, he's the main character in Mortal Kombat 2, or the first Mortal Kombat. So I don't know. They haven't really said much about him in this new movie, so I'm kind of interested to see if they kill him off or something. But yeah, that's definitely a movie I want to watch with you sometime and talk about the first that Mortal Kombat reboot. So I know.
Yeah, I do need to watch that.
Superman, not a whole lot. Apparently, it was like very awkward because it was like a 20-minute long thing, and they didn't really show anything or say anything new about the movie. But
yeah, I saw that other teaser where he's just talking to Crypto for a little bit, and then Crypto takes it like it's just a little. It was just like kind of more of the teaser trailer, but like an extended scene from it. I watched that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad they're not giving a whole lot away. I mean, I'm assuming Brainiac is the villain in it because of just the scenes of them in like these glass cages and that floating eyeball laser thing. But yeah, I always complain about them giving too much away in a lot of these movie trailers, and especially like that Captain America movie. They just gave the whole fucking movie away. But I'm I don't need a bunch of shit shown to me, but on this, I hope they just keep it like that too.
Yeah.
The Running Man remake. Have you heard of this?
Oh, I'm fucking ready for this. Yeah, dude. Because Edgar Wright is I haven't seen a bad Edgar Wright movie, and like to see his take on this, and it's like going to be more book accurate. Fuck yeah, dude. I think it'll be good.
Who's that actor who's in it? Glenn Powell. I think he's like perfect for it too, because he's just so charismatic in everything he's in. Yeah. So I am hyped for Running Man. They showed a trailer or something. They didn't release it online though, but yeah, I'm really down for that. Anything Edgar Wright. John Wick Chapter 5, which I don't even know if you watch John Wick movies, but at the end of Chapter 4, John Wick fucking died. So apparently he's not dead.
He just slowed his heart rate, dude.
Yeah. And there's an animated prequel film about, when he was like peak John Wick, apparently. So I don't know. They had that ballerina movie coming out, and apparently it had a lot of reshoots because they had to rework it because it just didn't turn out well because they don't have like the original John Wick director, which is probably why it made it special, because that dude is like, he was a body double for Brandon Lee in The Crow.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. But
I watched the very first John Wick. It was a good movie. I have never watched any after that, and I've already getting John Wick fatigue. Like, I just don't give that much of a fuck. Like, from the world of John Wick, ballerina, and it's Ana de Armas, and she's just kind of like Gal Gadot to me. Can't act for shit, but you look good. So I guess it's like whatever, Like, and I'm not talking about accents. I don't care about that. It's just, you're just fucking eye candy, and they keep trying to force you into my world, and sorry, it ain't gonna work. It hasn't ever. Like, and I just don't see it working now. And again, yeah, John Wick 5, and he fucking died at John Wick 4. John Wick 4 was pushing it. I don't like 4s, dude. 1 through 3. I like 3s. You know what I mean? Like, step 6. It's just weird. I don't know. I just, you know, and I'm not saying there aren't movies that were the 6th movie of something that I didn't like, but I don't know. Like, and then when you have to start saying, from the world that brought you, or from the producer of the stunt coordinator's best friend's wife's brother Dave, it's like, you're really reaching to get some brand recognition in this fucking movie that's clearly gonna suck, you know. So, but I mean, like, the first John Wick was good. I liked it. It was an action movie starring at that point, like 55-year-old. Again, I'm ready for let's get some of these young motherfuckers in here. I'm tired of, it's just like I think we were talking about before we started rolling. Or yeah, because I was like, I didn't know much about what they were talking about with the CinemaCon. And most of it just seemed like articles talking about how they're still trying to cling on to old Hollywood and shit. And I'm like, yeah, I need to let it go, because that's exactly what it is. It's old motherfuckers. It's like, it's these people that you have to clearly prop up with stuff to, you know. I like Keanu Reeves, but I almost wouldn't even call him a great actor. He's pretty one note, you know. He's done some good movies here and there. He was way better as a younger actor when he was doing, like, you know, permanent record movies like that, when it was like he had to stretch his acting chops a little more. But as soon as he started saying Budapest and fucking being somebody, you know, like, that's when I kind of, I don't know, like, but it makes him money, I guess, so I'll stop ragging on John Wick. But no, I don't care. You know what I do care about? If we're going to talk about, like, secret agents and shit or whatever, that Naked Gun movie looks tight, bro. That was part of that. And now here's why I kind of know a bit about that. I listened to that Seth Meyers and Lonely Island podcast, and, you know, Jorma Taccone is the one that directed this movie, and I don't know how much of it he wrote or whatever, but he's been in, like, Finland, because they were filming a lot of that in Finland or whatever for some reason, and so they've been talking about it, and it was like they were I was like, who's Frank Drebin? And then they say it's Liam Neeson. I was like, dog, if you ever saw that Life's Too Short show that Ricky Gervais wrote, where Warwick Davis is like the star, you remember that show? It was on BBC, I think. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't think I've ever watched it. But...
Okay, well, there's a famous scene from that show where Warwick Davis brings Liam Neeson into their offices, and Stephen Merchant's there too, and he's like, I want to turn over a new leaf. I want to do some improvisational comedy. And he just won't. But he's so fucking dry and wooden because it's Liam Neeson and he doesn't do comedy. And it's so goddamn funny. But the bloopers from that are even funnier. But my point is as soon as I heard that he was going to be Frank Drebin in this movie, I was like, this shit's going to work. And then the couple of little joke, like that OJ joke and shit, like that that was pretty. Yeah. Like, if you're willing to do some shit like that, bro, comedy might be back. So I'm like down with that shit, and I hope that this is a good movie in a big way, because we fucking need some comedy, man. Like some decent movie, raunchy, just fucking throw it all away comedy. Who cares? I'm ready for that.
Yeah, it's in
don't
the
disparage
theater,
anybody, but still, yeah, I know. Yeah.
You don't see comedies in theaters anymore, so
nope.
Okay, so another one is Black Phone 2. You probably haven't ever seen Black Phone. It's like Ethan Hawke is what's his name? The grabber or something. And then he keeps this kid in his basement. And all the ghosts of the kids that he killed in his basement are trying to help this kid escape. And, well, at the end, Ethan Hawke dies. But now they're making a Black Phone 2. And apparently, the teaser they showed, the kid picks up the phone, like a payphone or something, and it's the Ethan Hawke character. So basically, Ethan Hawke is pretty much Freddy Krueger in this. It was a pretty good movie. It was written by Stephen King's son, so it's a lot of Stephen Kingisms in it. You know, like ghost kids, and his sister's kind of like a psychic. You know, because Stephen King loves psychic kids. But yeah, I mean,
cocaine.
I kind of like, I'm like, Black Phone 2, did the fucker die in there? But if they're going the Freddy Krueger route, then I'll check it out, especially Ethan Hawke. He does some interesting things. So.
Dude, yeah, I like Ethan Hawke. He's still pretty good. And I'm glad to see he's still like doing a lot of acting and shit now. He's doing some pretty decent roles. They're not movies I've seen, but like the previews and the articles I read about, I'm like, wow, he's kind of doing shit that like Johnny Depp was doing back in the day. Like, I'll just do whatever, you know. I want to be actually artistic and not like just fucking asshole, I guess.
Okay, so Masters of the Universe, directed by Travis Knight and starring Nicholas Galtadze as He-Man. The film promises a blend of nostalgia and modern cinematic spectacle.
The goddamn costumes are looking pretty good, man. Like, that fucking story, I know we went over how that story was gonna be. I'm really not hyped for that, but if they're gonna have like good look, I don't know. I'm very intrigued, to say the least, but I'm just going to, I'll tell you this, if they ever offer a fucking prop version of that Master Sword, I'm buying that shit. Or Power Sword, not Master Sword. Because that fucking, because I've seen the full prop of that sword. It looks amazing. It is fucking amazing. It also looks like it weighs 45 pounds. So I don't know. I know it doesn't, but yeah, I'm intrigued, to say the least. I don't know if that's going to be something I go to the theaters to see.
Well, Travis Knight, I mean, he's done a lot of good movies. He's made that Bumblebee movie. I don't know if you watched that. It was kind of like
I actually do want to see that.
Yeah, it was like the first actually good Transformers movie, and it's like takes place in the 80s and everything. He did Kubo and the Two Strings as well, so I think it's got potential.
Yeah.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem sequel. Seth Rogen provided an update noting that the sequel has a title and a fully storyboarded animatic. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the sequel. I don't know, did you watch the show? Like,
I didn't watch. I did not watch the TV show. I did watch that last animated movie, and I liked it. I thought it was good. Like, I liked the art direction, because it was kind of like Into the Spider-Verse a little bit with how the art was.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit, not to like the same degree, but now, and I'm talking about like the 3D animated movie. I'm pretty sure they made an animated cartoon based off of that movie, right?
Yeah. They did.
And then they're making a sequel movie to the first Mutant Mayhem, right? Okay, all right. Yeah. No, I'm down, because I want to see that. Yeah. The first one was awesome. Iowa Debris was April in that, I think.
Yep, she was.
I got a thing for her. I like her a lot. I want to see her in more stuff.
Yeah. She got death threats because Elon Musk said she was placing somebody in some movie. And then she started getting death threats. Yeah.
Jesus. For season 4 of The Bear, I just hope it's got some substance to it. Season 3 didn't have much going on. Death threats, Kitty. We don't threaten good actresses around here. Don't let that happen.
Oh, that she was replacing Johnny Depp in the Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
Like, replacing them. Like she's gonna be Captain Jackie Sparrow. Yeah. Get the fuck out of here. Fucking dumb. Should probably be just a whole different character. With Elon Musk. What a fucking fuck. I hate that guy so much. Ugh.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell so you never miss an update. If you want to support the channel and get exclusive content, check out our Patreon in the link below.